Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today it's Jokerless Black Deck again, this time on Gold Stake. I will say from experience, I've been around this rotisserie once or twice, and while I do think this is technically possible, it has been challenging. You know, it's already difficult to win on the black deck. It's even more difficult to win on the gold stake. And on top of that, we're trying to do it jokerless. So, you know, I think this might require a lot of very specific technology. Here's what I'm thinking. So, you know, one challenge of playing on the higher stakes, let's say, is you have -1 discard. Once you get to the blue stake, you have -1 discard. And then if we're playing on the black deck, we have -1 hand as well. Oftentimes you're using your hands as a discard. You just play a hand to throw away cards and then redraw different cards. So with -1 hand and -1 discard, okay, already that's going to make it more difficult for us to find the stuff that we're looking for. So something that might help mitigate that, might help with that, Immolate. Immolate, we can remove 5 random cards from our deck, and in general, just having less cards in your deck makes it more likely, more successful, whatever it is, the thing that you're trying to do. You know, oftentimes people think about, oh, I lose when I didn't draw the full house that I was looking for, or I lose when I didn't draw the straight that I was going for. But there are other benefits to having, you know, fewer cards in your deck. You're not just looking for a specific poker hand. You're also looking for, I want to draw my higher value cards more often. I want to draw my gold cards more often. I want to draw my purple seals more often. You know, those types of things. Having fewer cards in your deck makes each gold card in your deck more valuable. You'll see it more often. It'll pay out more often. And then that'll be helpful for success. Also, Immolate here giving us money, and you know, getting the $20 here, you know, in ante 7 is not the same as getting the $20 in ante 1. If we get the money really early, we can save the money for interest, we can spend the money, we can invest the money into Arcana packs and standard packs that'll give us, you know, potentially gold cards from Arcana packs, or you know, seals and other kind of value cards from standard packs. So you can invest this money not just in terms of interest, but you can invest this in other value generators. You know, oftentimes that's what I'm trying to do with jokers, is buy value generating jokers early. So having the money early is very helpful. With this particular run, I did some restarting so that we can get the Mega Arcana pack in the first round here. Mega Arcana pack gave me a Hermit card. I wanted the Hermit card for exactly this setup, so I just restarted a bunch of times until I had both Hermit and Immolate in the first shop here, so that I could do this combo. So I could start with 40 bucks instead of starting with 20 bucks. So I definitely want that. Use the Hermit here. All right, the other thing on my brain, here we can go either purple seal or blue seal. So this is another important piece of technology. At the end of the day, we do need to win on the gold stake. Starting at the green stake, the scoring requirements are twice as high compared to the white stake. Starting on the purple stake, the scoring requirements are twice as high compared to the green stake, so 4 times as high as normal. So we already struggled to win jokerless on the white stake. Now the scoring requirements are going to be 4 times as big. So 4 times as big scoring requirements, it's going to require that much more technology in order to win. So what we're looking for is some long-term scaling. Scaling in the form of blue seal gives you planet cards, not every round, but you know, every couple of rounds, and then those planet cards are allowing us to score more points later on. That's the plan. So getting this early is huge. The question is, like, what card do we put it on? And I think I like the idea of putting it on the 7. You know, oftentimes what I'm trying to do, you know, the cards removed here, we've removed an ace, a queen, 6, 5, and 2. So often what I'm trying to do, if I want to play, let's say, straights, I'll remove the high cards or remove the low cards and build around the middle cards. The middle cards are, you know, easier to make the 10 through 6 straight, or that could, you know, easily pivot into like a jack through 7 or a 5 through 9. You have a lot of flexibility there compared to ace through 10. You need it has to be exactly those 5 cards at the top end, right? So I like to trim the top and bottom here and sort of fill out the middle, making it easier for it to get straights. So maybe we'll put the blue seal on the 7 here. And then in the future, having this on the 7 means I can use a death card to copy this, get more 7s, get more blue seals at the same time with just one action, with one death card. All right, next thing to consider, do I want this voucher? Do I want the Tarot Merchant? So Tarot Merchant is going to make tarot cards appear more frequently in the shop. So one thing to consider, since we're playing on the black deck, compared to if you play on the challenge deck, the Jokerless challenge, there are no jokers in the shop. And so you get instead 4 times as many tarot cards, 4 times as many consumable cards show up in the shop instead of jokers. Here, since we're playing on the black deck, we don't have that luxury. On the regular black deck, there's just going to be a ton of jokers in the shop that we can't buy. So maybe what we want to do instead, we can pick up the Tarot Merchant, so we get tarot cards instead. More tarot cards, less jokers. Useless jokers that we can't buy. Though there is a consideration for, you know what, Tarot Merchant, the voucher is not free, right? This does cost me $10. $10 that I could spend on, you know, maybe booster packs, or could spend on buying the tarot cards themselves. But I think, you know, let's say picking up the Tarot Merchant causes, you know, it says 2 times, but, you know, what does that mean actually? So let's say over the course of a run, maybe this acquisition here causes maybe 12 more tarot cards show up than would have otherwise shown up. You know, maybe something like that. Is this worth it? $10 now for, you know, the possibility of 12 random tarot cards? Probably it's worth it. But it's not free, and you should consider that. It's not free, but it's still worth it. Okay, now we didn't have any planet cards so far, and part of that is, you know, we did skip around here. Another, you know, kind of start that I practiced with was going for the Mega Arcana to give you a Priestess for a planet card and a Fool, so you can get a copy of it and level up to 3 right away. I was having some success with that, but I wanted to try also the Immolate with Hermit plan, and so kind of like mix it up and try different options to see which was more effective. I don't know which was more effective because, you know, none have been effective yet. But I know Immolate is useful. What I'm trying to say is I need some way of beating this boss. Empress can be very useful, you know, some kind of enhanced cards from tarot cards, tarot enhancements. Uranus is not really what I'm looking for here. I think I'm going to have to decline Uranus. I'm looking for the higher ranking hands. So maybe let's go one more. Like, obviously I could take this now and it would be enough to beat the boss with just 2 pair twice. But, you know, if I'm thinking long term, you know, what kind of hands do I want to play long term? Maybe I want to play straights long term. Maybe I want to play something even higher ranking like 4 of a kind long term. Let's go one more. I think there's another consideration for, I could just buy this planet card, and if I'm holding on to this planet card, then there won't be more Uranus in the shop. I won't see Uranus anymore. But it's not free, right? It cost me $3 to do that. I think if you have a Priestess and a Priestess gives you planet cards, I think it's better to hold on to them rather than sell them for $1. But if I have to spend $3 to pick it up from the shop, I don't necessarily think that's always worth it. And I think this early, I can't, you know, be that liberal with my money. I'm just gonna go next. I mean, this works. Hermit works. So now we have $45. I will say, you know, this is not my first rodeo. What you won't see is you won't see all the times that I didn't get lucky, all the times that I got unlucky and the run didn't get off the ground. If you're seeing this, it means enough lucky things happened that the run was good enough that I felt like sharing. Maybe stuff like that. immolate into hermit into hermit. We could go one more. Okay, so maybe priestess gives me the planet cards that I need. We get Venus is a little bit too low ranking. That's not a long-term plan if we're playing on the gold stake. Earth could get us there, though it will have some challenges. Maybe Earth is good enough. And so, you know, against this boss here, we can play the full house. That can be good enough. I think there is a consideration for, we could take the world card here. If you get into an emergency, world can turn a full house into a flush house. If you suddenly need more points, especially in the early rounds, you can use the world to create a flush house to score and to survive. I think here I don't need this. So maybe some things to consider. You know, let's say we did take the world. Let's say we did make the flush house. That doesn't guarantee that we can keep making flush houses, right? We get the flush house, but we can't necessarily keep making flush houses. So, you know, especially on the black deck with one less hand and one less discard. So maybe that's not a good plan to have. Maybe we won't do that. World, of course, makes it easier for us to get flushes, but we know that our flushes are not going to score enough points. You know, if I try to play flushes, if we are playing on the gold stake here with no jokers, that's going to be tough. What I would really like optimally, straights or four of a kind. So let's just go next. I'm going to save my money here. We could go one more, but if I re-roll here, we have a pretty good chance of just seeing more jokers, which is not really what I want to see. It doesn't cost me any interest right now, but at the end of the day, it's still $7, right? $7 that could be spent on something else. I want to save my money for, you know, maybe the next shop has a voucher that I'm interested in. Maybe the next shop has like a regular pack and then a jumbo pack. Maybe there's $10 worth of booster packs that I want to buy. The money goes quickly, especially if we are playing on the gold stake with no reward money for the small blinds, and the black deck with less hands. You also get less money that way. I don't currently have any money generators. I don't have any gold seals or gold cards. So let's just save the money and go next. Okay, to get the full house, maybe we'll discard the low cards and go for maybe kings and tens here. Let's check. We have plenty of kings, even after immolate. We could go again here, kings and tens, throw away the nines. I have the same number of nines as I do tens. Maybe we go like this because the 10 is debuffed. Okay. How many fours? We have one more four, so let's keep going for the kings and nines. Needs to be a full house or else we lose. One more time for the full house. Cool. Okay, we drew our nines. We actually drew 4 nines. So here's another kind of pivot point. Okay, we play the full house. Full house doesn't win. We level it up, it does win. The blue seal gives us another earth card. Now we've got level 3 full houses. Is that our long-term plan, to try to level up full houses? I think I would rather, since we do have the 4 of a kind here, I think what I'd rather do, let's just play the 4 of a kind. Obviously, there will be some difficulty drawing 4 of a kind in the future. Like, you can't guarantee 4 of a kind necessarily, but we used immolate. We only have 47 cards on the deck. Maybe it's a little bit easier to get the 4 of a kind than otherwise. And full house is not really a long-term plan on the gold stake, you know, if you have no jokers to help you. I think it's got to be 4 of a kind or straights. So let's sell Venus, hold on to Earth. If we need this in the future, we can use this in the future still. Go ahead and ship it with the 4 of a kind. I cannot overstate how much score you actually need. And so in order to, have a viable end game, you need to get as many Mars cards as possible, early and often, sacrificing everything else. Get me out of here. Okay. Alright, something's on my brain right now. We have an opportunity to pick up Overstock here. Maybe. Alright, maybe we take this Jupiter card. If I'm holding on to the Jupiter card, then that gives me an extra shop slot here. And then now Overstock will refill the shop. Overstock is huge. Overstock is huge for playing on Jokerless because, of course, just in general, Overstock is great. No matter what your plan is, having more options, being able to see more stuff is great. So I definitely want this voucher, and I definitely want it right now. By picking up the Jupiter card, we get an extra slot here. Also, a benefit we said before about the planet cards. If I'm holding on to the Jupiter card, maybe there will be some either Earth or Jupiter card in the shop that gets re-rolled into a Mars card. If I'm holding on to these, let's go ahead and ship it. Okay. I definitely want these standard packs. These standard packs are going to cost me $8. $8 takes me down to 26. That's fine. Okay, this is kind of big actually. So we have 2 holographic cards. And, if we are trying to score Jokerless, you want the blue seals for the long-term scaling, but also you need some kind of short-term help, right? And having holographic cards can be great. If we get a holographic card early, that gives us a card that we can potentially copy with death cards in the future. So I really like the idea of picking up this ace here because it's not just holographic, it's also a bonus card with extra chips. We can use that to make our full houses if we want. We can also use that to try to make 4 of a kind. I guess Immolate removed one of our aces, so now this is our 4th ace. Maybe that's something we end up doing in the future. Maybe we go, continue to do full houses. In the next round here, with the leveled up full house, level 2 full house does about, maybe 700 points, maybe 600 points. So you need 2 full houses to win this, but if you have the ace, then of course 1 full house will be enough, even if we don't get the 4 of a kind. Okay, here we could get a glass 10, or we can get another ace. Probably we take the ace. It's a lucky card, which we can use as a money generator. We don't currently have any money generators. Also, it's a foil card, which is not as powerful as the holographic cards. Holographic cards are more rare than foil cards, but it should be good enough. Could be good enough. Let's go ahead and take the ace. And I guess save our money for interest. Let's go next. Boss is the wheel, so we got the face down cards. That's fine, probably. Okay, here we could go aces and jacks, and then try to draw, again, another jack or another ace. We could try to go for the full house. I'm actually going to throw away the jacks, I think. I want to get the blue seal if I can. The best chance of getting the blue seal is just by discarding everything. So let's start there. Now that I have 3 aces, I should be fine scoring wise. Any full house, if we add the foil card and we add the earth card, full house wins. So I'm looking for the blue seal and any pair, or the extra aces would be best for the 4 of a kind. We do get the ace for the 4 of a kind. Now, do you dig for the blue seal? So here's kind of the way that I think about it. Let's say if I play this, right, I will redraw 4 cards out of my 32 cards. So 4 out of 32, that's about 1/8, let's say. So we have about a 1/8 chance of drawing the blue seal. And if I play a hand, it costs me $1. I lose $1. So the question is, $1 for a 1/8 chance of getting the blue seal, is that worth it? Or another way to think about it is, let's say it was $8 on average, $8 per blue seal. Is it worth it $8 for one Mars card on average? I think the answer is yes. I think it's worth the $8. Also, you know, we don't necessarily have a whole lot that we're spending our money on. So something to think about is, if the shop is mostly Jokers that we can't buy, mostly what we're spending our money on is going to be the booster packs and the vouchers. We already bought the voucher for this ante, so it's really just the booster packs. Each round I need to have enough money to buy the booster packs, but that's also like the maximum amount of money that I spend every round, like $10 every round, which I can get from interest and, you know, potentially the reward money, with the exception of the small blinds. So let's go ahead and dig here. I don't need a whole lot of money. I just need enough money to cover the booster packs. Okay, we don't get the blue seal, which, you know, of course it didn't work out this time, but that doesn't mean as a general strategy that it's not worth it. Alright, let's go ahead and ship it with the 4 of a kind. Okay, 4 of a kind there with the foil, with the foil and the holographic and the bonus card. You know, that's 4,000 points. But the 4 of a kind without all that is maybe, you know, like 1,400 points. So 1,500 we can do as long as you have at least one enhanced card. For the boss here, 2,000 already, 4 of a kind is not enough. Something to consider. Okay, now we've got celestial packs. Okay, if the plan is to go for 4 of a kind, you want to get as many Mars cards as possible. So we definitely take one of these celestial packs. I'm going to take the jumbo one because it's cheaper. We do get the Mars card. Saturn as a backup. I'm just going to take the 4 of a kind here. Okay, secondarily, do we want another celestial pack? So something to consider again here. You know, let's say it's guaranteed. Let's say it's 100%. Let's say this always has a Mars card. Is the Mars card worth $8? Probably. But it's not really like that, right? You only have a chance of getting a Mars card with 5 in here out of 9 total. You know, let's say it's like 50%. Slightly higher than 50%. 55% you get the Mars card. So on average, you're spending $16, 2 booster packs to get 1 Mars card. Is that worth it? Probably not at that rate. Though another thing to consider, okay, well, if I'm holding on to these planet cards here, Earth and Jupiter, now the chance of getting a Mars card goes up, right? This is 5 cards out of 7 possible. Now is it worth it? So 5 out of 7 chance to get a Mars card. So on average, maybe it's like $10 or $11 per Mars card. Is that worth it for a Mars card? This will take me down to 17. So I lose $2 of interest. So it's actually like $13 for a Mars card. At the same time, if I have less money, I just have less money. In the next shop, I have less money to spend. I think I'm going to pass on this celestial pack, but I will take the Emperor here. Death and Fool. Oh. So with the Death and the Fool here, we can make extra aces. We can try to make extra blue seals. So you have to play this game of, do I go for the extra scaling, the long-term plan, or do I go for the extra aces for like this short-term security? I need to draw my aces or else I lose. We'll see. Go next. Alright, I want to draw my blue seals. I want to draw my aces. Sorry, 1 blue seal. So there's one ace. Okay, keep going for more aces. Okay, so, sorry. Here's the thing to consider. So if I have death and I have fool here, I only need 2 aces. And I can go ahead and just copy the ace and I can make more aces. And then we get the 4 of a kind, done, easy. Or, you know, what if there exists a future scenario where we don't draw enough aces? Like that happens all the time, right? You don't draw your 4 of a kind, and so I can save the death card until I actually need it. I can save it for an emergency. So here, I want to try to not use it if possible. I still want to go for the blue seal though. If I play this ace here, if I throw this ace away, if I keep 3, then we're not in any danger in the sense that I always have the death card left over. I can make another ace, I can make the 4 of a kind. But if I want to be conservative with my tarot cards which I will have less access to from the shop if the shop is full of jokers, maybe save these for the boss. Save these for an emergency. Okay, well we didn't get the blue seal, and once again that's fine. Level 3, 4 of a kind, that's already enough for 1500, though for the boss we might need a little bit more. Okay, so I mean that's 2000, that's fine. Okay, get me out of here. Now $32 in the bank, let's try this Celestial pack, it's a jumbo. We do get another Mars card. That's huge. And now, standard pack. Is this something that I want? Probably. What am I looking for? I would take more aces to make my 4 of a kind easier. I would take, if you had a fancy 7, maybe I could take some fancy 7s. But I think since these are my enhanced cards already, I'm probably going to make more aces rather than make more 7s. I'm looking for maybe another seal. So, you know, we lose $1 of interest here, so actually it's a $7 booster pack. And then also, you know, we just have only $20 here. So in the next shop after the boss, there's going to be a voucher, and the voucher is going to cost us interest if we want to buy the voucher. So actually, you know, this booster pack not only costs us $1 of interest, this actually costs us a couple dollars of interest. I still think it's worth it. So we could make more aces, or we could do the greedy thing and get another blue seal. I think for the short term, death copied with the fool means we can't lose. We always draw the 4 of a kind. We can always force the 4 of a kind. Which means the blue seal for the long term. Like if the death guarantees my short term, then the blue seal guarantees my long term. And I can try to find just one strength card will turn this king into an ace. Let's do that. And go next. Okay, here we've got, this is a blue seal. I don't know what these are. If I sort by suit, this is hearts. Right? This here. No. This is hearts, right? So if this is hearts, it can't be, oh wait, it could be an ace of hearts. Never mind. What is this? This is, could be clubs, could be diamonds. It needs to be a high card. High diamonds. Could be jack of diamonds, could be king of diamonds. More likely to be clubs. I think what I want to do, I think I'm just going to discard the face down one. You know, once again here with the death card, if I need aces, I could just make aces. Let's discard the face down one. Okay, there's my king of diamonds, which means the card that I threw away was not a king of diamonds. That's information. If I sort by suit here, okay, so this is hearts. It's high hearts. either King of Hearts or Ace of Hearts. It can't be a King of Hearts. I don't have a King of Hearts. This is an Ace of Hearts. Nice. Now what is this? So this, if I sort by suit, this is hearts. This is Ace of Hearts. What is this? So I know I have 3 aces, and I can use the death card to guarantee another ace. I think what I would like to do, I want to find this ace. I want to find this ace. I would like to know what's under here. Since we know we're guaranteed here, let's spend a little money for information. So that's a Jack of Hearts. This is a King of Spades. That means this can't be a King of Spades, has to be an ace. I don't have an Ace of Diamonds. This has to be an Ace of Clubs. Cool. I have 2 good aces here. Question: do we make more aces? Do we make more blue seals? Like short term, we get the blue seal here, we get the 2 planet cards. I think the safer thing to do, I want to copy an ace. Use 1 death card, use the Fool for a 2nd death card, hold the death card for an emergency. With only 6 aces in the deck, I can't guarantee that I draw the 4 aces. So the safe play is, if this is my Ace of Clubs, this ace is better than the foil ace, the holographic ace. Let's go ahead and make a copy here. I will use the Fool because I'm going to get a Mars card here, so I want to use the Fool so I get Death instead of Mars. These 2 aces with these 2 aces. I said before this was the Ace of Hearts. Let's go ahead and ship it 4 of a kind, get the Mars card. And then now we have Death in case we need it. Nice. Also, another reason to hold on to the Death card, I am trying to turn this King into an ace, which is not going to happen right away, but it is something that I'm working on. It's something that I'm thinking about, and so maybe we do find the Strength card, and I save the Death card for the King turning into an ace. Maybe? I get a Fool for another Mars card, or actually another Death card. That's kind of insane, actually. Could take Hone here, higher chance of foil holographic polychrome. I think with already this foil card and this holographic card, I'm not really interested in this. This is not something that I need. I just need more copies of my already good cards. But what we can do here, we can buy 1 of these standard packs. I'm going to buy the cheaper one. We can get an Ace of Hearts, and it's steel. That's pretty good. I probably would have preferred a gold ace, but a steel ace is not bad. Maybe that's a target for my Death card. Maybe that's like a long-term plan, having the steel cards. Another benefit of playing 4 of a kind instead of trying to play the flush house is it's easier to hold the steel cards in hand. Let's save our money for interest. Go next. How about, alright, give me aces. And once again here, we can afford to be a little bit greedy because if we miss, Death guarantees that we get our aces. So here already I can make another ace. I'd like to get 2 planet cards. Give me 2 blue seals. We don't. I guess this forces my hand. Let's go ahead and make 2 aces. We don't get to have that safety in the future. But for now, I mean, it works. Okay, Moon Judgment here. We could open another standard pack. Yeah, I mean, we got $27 in the bank. Sure, might as well look. Foil 2, glass 2, or steel 9. 2 doesn't help me. 9, I don't want to. I want to stick with the aces. You know, steel does help me score, but if I don't draw my aces, then I lose. No matter how many steel cards in your hand, if you don't get 4 aces, you lose. So I'm going to skip here and go next. All right, how about show me aces? There we go, we got the aces. I actually know if I play the 4 of a kind with the holographic and the foil, I already know that this is enough points. So let's go ahead and, I don't need the steel is what I'm saying. All right, give me the blue seals. Pretty good chance of getting the blue seal. Well, it's not guaranteed. That's okay. Maybe something to think about. This boss is going to debuff your previously played cards. We know that the 4 of a kind, this is 4,000 already. If you add, let's say, 50 chips from aces, let's say 250 times 20, that's at least 5,000, maybe 5,500. So we need at least some cards, enhanced cards, in order to beat this boss. If we got the blue seal there, of course, it would have helped us. We go Arcana packs here. Okay, this one gives me an Emperor, Hierophant, and Priestess. Okay, so against this particular boss, if you use the Hierophant to, you know, make some bonus cards, then the cards no longer count as previously played, and it removes the debuff on this boss specifically, the Pillar. Okay, let's go Arcana pack. Arcana packs for us are even more valuable than standard packs. Standard packs, we're not super interested in adding new cards to the deck unless they're enhanced aces specifically. Here we get Devil for a gold card is pretty useful. Lucky Ace is pretty useful, but I think it's gotta be Strength on the King. That's something that we said that we wanted to do. King becomes an ace and becomes a target for future death cards. This is another kind of benefit to having fewer cards in your deck. When you open a booster pack, what you want is you want to draw your relevant cards, right? When I open a booster pack, I want my blue seals to be there so I could put gold on them. I want my kings to be there so that I can turn them into aces. Having less cards in your deck makes each Arcana pack higher value. It will, you know, give you, you know, allow you to make combo cards, right? Where you've got not just foil, but also lucky cards. Put lucky, or use the Magician on my aces, use the Chariot on my aces, if I have less cards in my deck total. That's why I don't like to add too many cards from standard packs. Once you have 1, 2 blue seals, even just 1 blue seal, once you have 1, you don't necessarily need a second one from a standard pack. I took the king because we could have the possibility of turning it into an ace, which of course we did. I don't think we need Hone, so the same reasons that we didn't take it before. It's not free, right? It's 10 bucks. Let's go next. Something that's concerning me slightly is we are in ante 3 already, and we're a little bit light on money generators. Like, we have blue seals generating value, but we don't have money specifically. That's a little bit concerning. Like I said, I've done some of these already. I've done this run, this type of run, Jokerless black deck, a bunch of times. No aces. That's not good. We could go for kings here. There's 2 kings in the deck. I think 9 aces. I think we still go for aces. Awkwardly. If I have to throw away the blue seal, I will. Okay, we're good. We got the aces here. Maybe we can try for one more ace. 6 aces out of 28 cards. If I get another ace, now I can play 4, and then I can get the blue seal here. So a little bit awkward that my cards are debuffed, right? So we can use the Hierophant to make bonus cards. If we go up to, let's say, 300 chips, 300 times 22, that should be enough, right? So does this work? If it's 40, 40, 10, trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out, do I need to remove the debuff from my holographic? Do I need to turn this into a bonus card? The holographic, of course, wins. The question is, like, do I need the holographic? Can I win without it? Sorry, let me do the math again. We've got 1, 2, these would be 40 each, 41 each, plus one more ace. That would be, let's say, 90. 90, that takes me to 300. 300 times 22, 6,600. That's enough. Priestess for Mars. Ah, bummer. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and ship it. We are limping along here. Get me out. We do get another strength card here, so again, I have 5 kings in the deck, so in an emergency, you turn kings into aces. An emergency like this boss is kind of an emergency with no discards, only 3 hands. Find the aces. Uh-oh. Maybe we save our strength for the boss. We have a little bit extra money here. We can buy the standard pack. Planet Merchant could be the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Extra planet cards from the shop instead of Joker cards. Though, maybe something to consider. If I'm getting planet cards from blue seals, I don't need a lot of more planet cards from the shop. Planet cards in the shop are more likely to be bad planet cards than they are to be good planet cards, right? There's only just the one good one, the Mars card, and planet cards then mean we're going to get less tarot cards, which are actually very important for us continuing to build our deck. You know, like getting a death card would be huge, getting a hungman would be huge, getting a hermit would be huge. So maybe Planet Merchant is not actually something that I want, even though we are playing Jokerless, even though we do want planet cards, maybe we don't want to lose the ability to get tarot cards. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. Let's go standard here. Okay. So this is kind of cool. It's foil and it's gold. We don't currently have a money generator. Also, it's glass. This is the type of thing that I might be looking for. So, you know, long term, just blue seals is not going to be enough on the gold stake. We need some kind of X mold. And maybe steel cards are enough to get there, but maybe glass cards are another way to get there. I don't love adding more cards to the deck, but you know, I gotta admit this is a high quality ace here. Let's go ahead and pick it up. If it breaks, it breaks, right? Then, you know, it's the same as not adding it, but I want better chance of getting my aces. Don't worry so much about the blue seals, just make sure that we get the 4 of a kind. If we don't get the 4 of a kind, we lose. Let's go next. So here we need 9,000. We could use the strength to turn this king into an ace. Question, do we hold on to the king? Do we throw away the king? I think this king we throw away. I think with 9 aces in the deck, I have good enough chances to get the aces. Nice. Now we could go for the other blue seal. We could go for the gold card for the money. Is that worth 2 hands, $1 each to see 3 new cards? 1, 2, 3 new cards. I'm looking for blue, I'm looking for gold. Out of 34 cards, I think it's worth $1 or 2. Let's try again. Okay, second question. Do we play the glass card? Glass card, you play it, has a chance of breaking. That's not good. But also gives me $3. That's pretty good. I think... I have concerns. I have concerns about, you know, maybe this breaking. So even though it's gold seal, I think we have to skip here. Let's go ahead and ship it. 25,000. That's 25,000 if we have all of these holographic cards. So we are getting to the point where, you know, on the boss, if I don't draw enough good aces, not just any ace, but good aces, might not be enough points. We might need the glass card. We might need to play the glass card. Let's go Arcana here. Okay, Fool for Mars is pretty useful, but I think what I like better, these kings, now aces with the strength card, Fool for another strength card. You know, if this boss is the water, if this boss, you know, especially Stinky here, we've got no discards, I want to maximize my chances of getting the aces. So make some kings into aces now, have strength as a backup. Let's go next. Yeah, you just draw aces now. I mean, now we have 13 aces in the deck, so the chance of getting the aces, you know, 4 aces, is even higher than getting a flush with the starter deck, right? Well, a specific flush, a spades flush, for example. All right. Yeah, with 10 aces in the deck, I don't need to keep this king here. I can just try to draw the blue seals. We get the blue seals. So, does this 4 of a kind with no enhancements, with just the foil here, does this do it? Or do I need to keep digging even more for better aces? I think what I need to do is try to get the blue seal 7 anyway. So I guess we'll play this and then we'll find out. So do we play the 4 of a kind here, or do we use the strength on the king and then that way we have the steal to help us? All right. This is Jokerless gold stake. So let's bust out the calculator. Let's do it for real. So we've got 300 plus 50 chips plus 44 on the aces. So 394 chips times 31 molt. According to my calculations, that's not enough. So we do use the strength card here. That feels bad, but maybe that queen can still turn into an ace later. Ship it. Okay, so notably for this boss, where are we at with the 4 of a kind? We got 330 times 34 is about, you know, let's say 13,000. And then holographic, this is about plus 30% on top of that. So we're gonna need 2 enhanced cards to beat this boss. Celestial pack for Mars, yes, okay. Do I want another standard pack? I think I'm gonna pass on this one, knowing, you know, once again here in the next ante, I might want to buy a voucher. Let's go next. I mean, we got no discards, so show me my aces. Show me those aces. Okay. Question. Glass wins? Is it necessary? Alright, let's get the calculator again. I think with the 2 holographics, I think we're good without the glass. Alright, so let's say 360 plus, we've got 41 3 times from the aces, right? We've got another 11, so it's 494 chips. 494 times 57. Alright, according to my calculations, this should be enough. Let's go ahead and ship it. Oh yeah. Holographic is huge there. Holographic and the bonus chips. We've got some standard packs. We've got... Alright, so what's the plan now? The plan is 25,000 we can do. We just demonstrated if we draw our fancy aces. So if I open these up and let's say you get an ace, do you add the ace to the deck? Just to make it more consistent to draw your aces? Because one thing you could do, maybe I don't always draw my fancy aces, maybe I just play 4 of a kind twice. Are we at the ability where we can play 4 of a kind twice? If I add 1 more ace to the deck, does that allow me to play 4 of a kind twice? Do I want the reroll surplus? We already have overstock. We can reroll the shop. We can use that to try to get the tarot cards. Specifically tarot cards I'm looking for. I think we go booster packs first. We go rerolling the shop secondarily. Give me nice aces. Okay. Red seal jack could turn into a fancy ace, or you can turn it into steel. Make a red steel card is very good. Gold card I would have appreciated a long time ago. Maybe now is not the time for the gold card, especially the 6 polychrome. That's a bummer. The ace here, generic ace, vanilla ace. Do we want it? If we take this, makes it less likely we draw our blue seals, less likely that we draw our glass card if we need it. I think we still take it. Standard pack again. This one cost me interest. Alright, skip. I don't want a steel jack. What I want... Arcana packs. Okay, let's dig. So these aces with steel, we know wins. Should we keep the steel? Should we... you know, maybe we don't need the steel. Okay, we get the blue seal here. I would like to get the other blue seal, right? Or maybe even my lucky card. My lucky card, I don't know if I've played it that much, but it hasn't given me any money yet. Let's go for the blue seal. We do get the blue seal. All right. All right, let's get the calculator. We did this already, right? We did. It was this exact hand, It was 494 chips, but then times, now it's 67 because I have 3 holographic cards. The holographic cards are definitely enough. Okay, this does mean, by the way, for the next round's 37,000. Maybe this is not enough. Maybe with 2 more Mars cards it is enough. With 3 holographics. It's getting kind of tight. Alright, do you want these standard packs? I mean, what else are we spending our money on? Gold 9? Nope, I think it's just aces. So gold, blue seal 6. We already have 2 blue seals. I need just aces because I may get to the point where we need 4 of a kind twice. Is kind of stressful, to be honest. What I really need is more Arcana packs in the shop. Okay. This set of aces does not win. Glass card does win. Also, steel wins. Give me my other blue seal. Okay, I'm gonna play the lucky card. Knowing that the glass is gonna win it for me, I can play the lucky card for the money. Nice. I guess. Mars here is huge. Okay, Arcana, Mega Celestial. I guess. Let's go Mega Celestial first. We get Mars. Oh, I guess if we go Arcana first, there's a chance that we get a Hermit. If it's not Mars, I'm going to skip it. In case we get a Fool. We do get a Fool. Could make... We don't need to make any enhanced cards here. We just take the Fool for the Mars card. Okay, so now level 17. That's like way different from our level 11 that we had last ante. That's huge. I think we don't take the reroll surplus. I think it costs us too much in interest, and we don't really have that much money for rerolling anyway. This does more when you have more. If you have more money for rerolling. Alright, step 1, draw some aces. We've drawn some aces. Question, is this enough aces? Well, according to my calculations here, so this is 540 plus 44 plus 30 is 614 times 55. So that's 33,000. So 33,000, if I times 1.5, that will work. All right, so this is what it means. This doesn't win. Option one. Option 1, you play 4 of a kind, you play second 4 of a kind, 2 4 of a kinds. That's option 1. Option 2, if I get the steel card, we win with 1 4 of a kind. If we get the glass card, we win with 1 4 of a kind. So if the plan is to play more than 1 4 of a kind, maybe what you do is you discard this 4 of a kind and just play a better 4 of a kind. Right, because we know that the steel card is enough to win. Is the holographic card enough to win? Or maybe 2 holographic cards. You know, let's say we got 2 holographic cards. That would be an extra 60 chips. And then that would be an extra 20 molt. Oops. If we do get the holographic card, 2 holographic cards win. That's 50,000. 2 holographics win, or 1 steel or 1 glass. I think the chance of me getting the 4 of a kind is not 0. 2 4 of a kinds, it's possible. But I'm going to try not to. This foil doesn't help. So give me another ace. Either way, I need more aces. Okay, we do get it. So this wins. Question: do I want to play these four for the chance of the blue seal? It will cost me $4 because of the boss ability here. Plus, it will also cost me a hand. It'll cost me $5. Is $5 worth it for? We get to see 4 cards out of 30 for 2 chances of the blue seal. I don't think that's worth the money. Let's go ahead and ship it with the 4 of a kind. No break. Nice. I need a death card. I need to copy that glass card before it breaks. Okay. Boss reroll vouchers, probably something that I'm interested in doing. This boss is scary. If I only have 2 discards, I only get 1 chance at this boss. Maybe I want to reroll it. Yikes. We could take the celestial packs here. We do need 60,000. 60,000 means if we get the glass card, we win. If we don't get the glass card, 3 holographic plus 1 steel wins. Do I want these celestial packs? So we already have level 17 4 of a kind. Maybe we want to level up our 4 of a kind, but I also kind of want to have the money, right? If we don't get any reward money from this round, I need to be able to afford re-rolling the boss. I think I'm going to skip these celestial packs. Save my money for Arcana packs if they come up. These only have a chance of a Mars card. Let's go next. Okay, draw more aces. Draw more aces. Okay, now I have enough aces in hand to where I am 100%. I'm 100% I'm going to draw another ace. I'm 100% I'm going to draw 2 4 of a kinds. So let's forget about the math. Let's just plan on 2 4 of a kinds. So here's 4, and then we just draw another one. Okay, so with no enhancements, 35,000. Like, that's kind of scary, right? With no enhancements. What that means is with this boss, you really do need the glass card. Here we have a winning hand. Let's go ahead and dig for our blue seals. Ace for the money, but if it breaks, the boss crushes us, so we can't play it. Let's go ahead and ship it. Alright, see, we only got $3 that round, $3 from interest, so I don't think we can afford the Celestial Pack. I think we still save our money for the boss reroll voucher. Reroll it after the next round. Let's go Arcana here. Okay, normally, pretty exciting to see Temperance, but don't have any Jokers. Could make a gold ace. I think maybe now that's not really what I'm looking for, this late already, round 15. I think I want the Emperor. There are a lot of good hits. Death, Hangman, Hermit. Give that a try. Well, these were not what I was looking for, but if the next shop has an Arcana pack, at least these won't show up in the Arcana pack the next time. Okay, 90,000. How do we do 90,000? Like, at all. Well, this is not a great start. I will say that. So one option is you play 4 of a kind and you hope that you draw 4 of a kind. I don't think that's viable. I think what needs to happen is we need to draw the glass card specifically. We need ×2 from glass, and at the same time we need the steel. If I throw away one ace, I have a better chance of getting the glass card. So I think that's just it. Give me glass or we lose. This is a sexy hand. Does steel get there if we have holographic? Hold on. Hold on, let's get the calculator again. I'm definitely... Let's say I use the Hierophant. Okay. Okay. We've got 540 here. If we add the... I have 3 aces give me 41 chips. I have 1 ace's foil, so it gives me 61 chips. So let's say it's a 724. 724 times the 65. Molt? Okay, but then it's times 1.5. That's only 70,000. If we get the plus 20 from the lucky, this wins. Otherwise it doesn't. So to play it safe, let's play the glass card. Fingers crossed. One time, no smash. Oh. We are hanging on. Get me out of here. Oh. Fool for Hierophant? No. We go Hermit. We go Fool for Hermit, or do we hold on to the Fool in case there's... I think I'm going to hold on to the Fool. So if I'm holding on to the Fool, then I can't get a Fool in these booster packs. But what I can get is I can get Death, copy with the Fool. If I could get Justice for a glass card, copy with the Fool. I could get even just a Hangman, copy with the Fool is worth the 20 bucks. Ooh. Oh, we've done it. So... I mean, for sure you do this. You go Death, Ace, then Fool, give me another Death card. Obviously, if you make a Death card here, you can't find a Death card in the booster pack, right? But what I can get now is I can get a Fool in the booster pack, right? So it doesn't matter whether you use the Fool now or later. The reason why I want to use it now is because the Death card, I want to have it upstairs. Let's go Arcana. See, now here's another Fool. So I can go Death again on this ace. Do we want the blue seal for the scaling? Do we want the holographic for the scoring? You know? I think we take the blue seal for the scaling. I think we use the Fool for another upstairs Death card. And this boss, maybe now I don't need to re-roll it. Maybe now Death guarantees that I get 4 aces. 100%. And we have 2 discards. Can we win without glass? Alright, hold on. Let me do the calculations. Can we win without glass? So, okay, we got 540. If I play... All my aces are bonus aces. So, you know, it's at least 740 chips. And if I have, let's say, 2 holographic cards, that's 75. That doesn't do it. 3 holographic cards, 85. That will do it. Okay. So 3 holographic cards. I have 1 guaranteed by the Death card. Glass works, steel works. There are worse bosses than this. Let's just go next. There we go. We got the holographic ace. We got the juicy aces. Ooh, and we got the blue seal. Ooh, alright. Do you make more blue seals so that we have them in the future? Do you make more holographic aces? I think I make more blue seals. Even though I don't have that many rounds left, I could save the Death card for glass. That's actually more mature, but ooh, Yeah, I need the glass, don't I? But I don't get as many Mars cards here. Is an extra glass ace, is it worth 1 Mars card? The answer is yes. Okay. Sorry, let's just double check the math here. So this is 540 plus 61 chips plus 41 3 times. That's 724 chips. 724 chips times, it's gonna be 85. This is barely enough. Go ahead and ship it. I'm so stressed right now. Calculated. Literally calculated. Get me out. Okay. What is this? Oh. No. Wait, we could re-roll it. This boss, honestly, stinky, right? Base, chips, and molt. Base, chips, and molt, that's all I have. I have base, chips, and molt, and a prayer. Extra overstock could be pretty spicy. Spectral could be something. It's the soul. Do you want the soul card? Bummer. I mean, we could go cryptid here on the ace, get more aces. 17 aces in the deck. I think here the answer is no on cryptid. Here's my reasoning. I have glass cards. Without glass, I just don't win. With glass, we have a chance. So I need to draw my glass cards as much as possible. Regular aces don't cut it. Has to be glass. So we don't take this ace, we don't copy it with cryptid. Okay. I know this is Jokerless. I'm going to take the soul card here. And I'm going to sell it, and it's going to give me 10 bucks. So I don't want anyone, you know, saying that we didn't do a Jokerless. You know, given how much work we did up to this point. I just need to know. You're gonna give me the 10 bucks, alright? Candio. Alright, no one saw that. Let's go Celestial pack here. Since we have the money. Nice. Overstock, we save our money for interest and then we buy it next round. Let's go next. We re-roll the boss now or later? I'm going to re-roll the boss later. If you re-roll it earlier, you get more information and you can pivot if you need to pivot. We already did the... Let's see here, let's go through the bosses. So there's no repeat bosses, right? We did the water, stinky, done. We beat it. We did... What else? We did the needle, stinky, we did it. What other bosses would be bad? The wall would be crushing. Hook, not so bad. We did the pillar. Pillar would be bad at this point. We survived the pillar. Yeah, I think this is the last stinky boss, other than the wall. Anyway, what I was saying is, yeah, if you re-roll earlier, you get more information, you can pivot. I don't think we're going to need it. If we re-roll later, we can save our money for interest. Okay. This set of 4 aces doesn't win, but it gets us part of the way there to where I have 13 aces in the deck. I have a death card to make an extra ace. I generally want to avoid playing the blue seal if I don't have to. I'm trying to consider, do we want to play 4 of a kind twice? Maybe 4 of a kind twice doesn't require any glass. Maybe we save our glass that way. All right, let's get calculating here. Let's go ahead and go 41 chips plus another 22. That's 734 chips. 734 times 64. So this is 47,000-ish. Yeah, let's ship it. Okay. Now we just do another one of those. Ah, bummer, we got the ace. Steel ace. Okay, all I need to do is draw one ace and use death to make another ace. That's it. We did what we said, though maybe not optimal. Alright, do you make another glass ace, or do you make another steel ace? Steel that won't be destroyed? I think we make a glass ace. I played the first 4 of a kind for a chance of avoiding this situation, avoiding playing the glass card. The gamble didn't pay off. Also, I threw away the blue seal. Oh well. I think the gambit was worth it. I have deep regrets. This has taken a turn. Get me out of here. So with 2 glass cards, we're able to score like 280,000, which means with 1 glass card, we don't have 160,000. We need another glass card, or glass plus steel. We need the combo. That's not good. Well, if we had done it differently, we would have broken the glass card anyway. So maybe that's a consolation. It would have broken anyway. Do I want to get the overstock now? No. Reroll the boss now? No. I just have to remember to reroll the boss later. Okay. Alright, this with the holographic cards, also with the level up, I must consider. I must do the calculations here. So this is 844 chips times, it's going to be 87. 87 because of holographic, and then if we double it, that's not enough points. Okay, so if this is not enough points, what would be enough points? One more holographic would be enough. How do we obtain one more holographic? So I have 2 more holographics in the deck. Steel also wins. So I think we play it like this. Multiple 4 of a kind also wins. So what would that look like? That would look like I play 4. I draw 4 cards. I play 5. I play the first 4 of a kind is 5 cards. I draw 5 more cards. So I get to see 9 cards. If my next 9 cards contain 4 aces, I can win with 2 hands. Oh boy, 9 cards, 4 aces. I have 13 out of 33. That's only a third of the deck. That seems dubious. Or I just, rather than trying to draw 4 generic aces, I draw the steel ace specifically. I think we ship it. Give me second 4 of a kind. Don't break my glass. Okay. In these 5 cards, I need to see 3 aces. This holographic card would not have been enough. You know, we could play the 2 pair. Three aces. Oh. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet, but that was very satisfying. Okay, justice helps. Okay, I'm listening. Mars helps. Okay. We generally like Overstock. We need money to reroll the boss. Buy and sell here. I'm counting that. That's still Jokerless. it didn't net us any money. Maybe, you know, we did get the soul card and the soul card gave us 10 bucks. Maybe what we do is we buy and sell here. Let's so stressed. Negative astronomer? I mean, that'd be cool. Arcana? Okay. Remove 2 cards. Remove 2 cards makes the steel card more effective. Makes the glass card more effective because you'll draw them more often. It makes it easier for us to get 2 hands if we need to play 4 of a kind twice. Or we make another steel card. If I have more steel cards, then I don't need to draw as many glass cards. I think I'd rather go for the card removal. With the idea being, you know, removing cards makes all of the existing cards more effective. And the cards that I have now are, you know, as good or better than a steel card. Okay, let's go next. Boss has to reroll. Spade cards are debuffed. That could have been devastating if it was clubs, but I think we're good. I mean, we still need to score an absurd amount of points, which we don't necessarily have the ability to score an absurd amount of points. Steel plus glass. All right, hold on. Let's get the calculations. So if we go, you know, let's say we got a nice amount of chips here, we can add another 44 on top of that, and then times 70. Times 2 times 1.5. If I do the glass here, it's not going to be enough. What would it take? I think we still need 2 hands. I think we play the blue seal just to make sure we have enough aces. Steel helps. Okay. Draw more aces. Okay. This glass card wins for sure. The question is, do I want to try to draw a different ace and then play a different glass card? Because this one I don't want to break. Is that true? Because it's foil? Because it gives me money? Do I need to spend $1 here? Let's see. Do we get the blue seal? Tell me that first. We don't get the blue seal. Do we play this glass card? We need at least 1 glass card. It might as well be this glass card. Do we use the justice card? I think justice, you hold on to it in case you need it, right? Because if I use it now, I can make a glass card. I'm not guaranteed to see that glass card in the future. Here, this is enough, he keeps saying, but with a question mark. Ouch, man. Ouch. I mean, we made it to Ante 8. We got another hung man. We got the retcon here. Boss is going to turn my Jimbo's face down. So as far as bosses go, I mean, that's it, right? Okay. Here we need 20 or 200,000. So I think we go, we hang them. We get paid. Now 46 cards on the deck. Do I want to re-roll? Do I want to try a standard pack? Give me a glass ace. That's an ace, but it's not glass. It's an ace that I can turn into glass. Nope. Give me a chariot. We could go one more. We could go one more. Go next. Okie dokie. So we play the 4 of a kind, which we know is not enough points. Then we play a glass 4 of a kind. Hey, you got any more of the maces? So, I mean, does this even, without the steel? So it's just double what we just did, right? Like we did 80,000. Oh, wait, we didn't have, so without steel, 60,000 maybe? This is gonna be close. Nice. Get me out of here. Oh, another justice card. Alright, I can't say that there's no justice. Steel? Sure. What do we want to make steel? I guess one of these aces. You know, people ask me like, is there any seed that's unbeatable? And I think with perfect information, it would be really tough to have an unbeatable seed. Because if you have perfect information, you can always draw like straight flush every round, 4 of a kind every round. You know which cards to go for, which cards to discard. And, you know, here, if I just knew which of these aces was going to show up, I could just put the chariot on the correct one. But I had... oh well, I guess I'll put it here. Let's get the Giga Chad. Giga Chad wins. Okay, what does it take to win? If one ace gets me 120,000, I think we need 2 glass. Okay, I think we play 1 4 of a kind, and then we play a second 4 of a kind with 2 glass cards. That's what it's gonna take. This scares me. Plus 20 molt. No, we wasted it. No. Alright. Draw a glass or we lose. Does steel do it? I don't think steel does it. Alright, no point in calculating. Just ship it. 18 cards left in the deck. That's a lot of cards that are not glass. If we got the lucky plus 20 there, it would have been enough. if we drew the blue steel card, we would have had enough also, you know, with the extra X mult from the steel. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not super jazzed, super excited about doing this again. It did take me a lot of attempts to even get this far, but maybe, hopefully I've demonstrated it is possible. It is possible in theory. You know, there we could have drawn the glass card, that would have worked. If we get a death card from the shop, then, you know, we have everything that we need to beat the final boss as well. Boss is only, you know, 400,000 or 450,000 or, you know, whatever it is. But that's going to be it for this one. Hey, if you want, you know, here's the seed. You can try it out for yourself. You could do this as like a seeded run and try to figure out, you know, is there a better path than, you know, what we ended up doing. Either way, take care, everyone.